Alberta, fanfare and procession. Alberta. Fanfare and processional, followed by O Canada.
Please rise for the national anthem. Vocal accompaniment is provided by Ms. Mary Irene McCormick.
Porte le
We are pleased to welcome Adrian Lachance and his son Bronson Lachance to sing an honor song. Adrian Plains Cree from James Smith Cree Nation in Saskatchewan now makes his home in Edmonton. Mr. Lachance has traveled across Canada, the US, and overseas, sharing Cree culture as a way to bring people together. Please remain standing for the honor song. Please be seated. Welcome to the Faculty of Extension 2019 graduation ceremony. Please remember to turn off or silence all electronic devices. Family and friends are encouraged to take pictures after the ceremony and are reminded to please remain in the auditorium until the platform party and graduates have recessed. Please welcome Eminent Chancellor Mr. Douglas R. Stollery.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to bring greetings from the University of Alberta. To begin, I wish to acknowledge and honor all Indigenous peoples, including the Inuit, Métis, and First Nations peoples, and to acknowledge the traditional lands of Treaty 6 on which we are gathered today. I'm very glad to see that so many family members and friends are here to help us celebrate your accomplishments. It's my sincere hope that the knowledge and skills you have acquired during your time with the University of Alberta will bring you success and will serve you well as you continue your pursuit of lifelong learning. Claire Fagan, an American nurse, the founder of family-centered care, and the first woman to serve as president of a major US university, once wrote, "Knowledge will bring you the opportunity to make a difference." I hope your education here within our Faculty of Extension will open new doors for you, creating opportunities to contribute new ideas, strategies, systems, or perspectives to your workplace, your home, your community, or all three. And finally, as you think about what the future may hold, I invite you to consider that of all the things that you may do, of all the successes that you may achieve, nothing is more important than the kindness you show to others. Enjoy today's celebration, and please accept my personal best wishes for the future. Congratulations to all of you.
Please welcome Mr. Michael Fair, Chair of the Board of Governors.
Dean Katie Campbell, Chancellor Douglas Sowry, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. I'm pleased to be here today on behalf of the Board of Governors to bring the board's greetings and congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2019. It is also a day to celebrate the university. Through its mission to promote the public good, the University of Alberta successfully provided the academic resources that will continue to support your engagement and resources that continue to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2019 and beyond. Collectively and cooperatively, each of you will be in the generation that moves us forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You have changed, transformed during your time at the University of Alberta. Those of us on the stage and your friends and family in the auditorium see you moving into the broader society that respects, embraces, nurtures, and celebrates the diversity of our society. You now are the kind of citizen who will share your knowledge, understanding, thoughtfulness, and skills that are the foundation of a civil society, competent, giving, ethical, and engaged, today and tomorrow. Congratulations to you, your family, friends, and supporters. Be proud. Savor your success. Enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future.
Please welcome Dr. David Turpin, University President and Vice Chancellor.
Eminent Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Academy, staff, family, friends, and especially you, our graduates. Congratulations and well done. Graduates of the Faculty of Extension are a special group of individuals. Exemplars of lifelong learning, you show those around you, your family, friends, and neighbors, how important it is to remain open to new opportunities and keep learning so that you strengthen your capacity to build stronger organizations and communities. Today, we celebrate your most recent learning achievement. Not long ago, you set a goal, and through hard work and dedication, you've achieved it. The University of Alberta is proud to have played a role in your continuing personal and professional development. Students in the Faculty of Extension understand better than most that the best way to manage the unexpected twists and turns in life is to relish the detours that sometimes come along and adapt to changes in plan. Lately, I've been thinking about how it is only in retrospect that we can see how all of the smaller choices we make in our lives add up to a coherent whole. Now, let me give you an example. Like so many others, over the past 7 years, my wife Shura Mithra and I have watched 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. Now, last winter at our remote cabin, when the rain just would not stop, we binge-watched them all over again. Now, I can tell you it all makes a whole lot more sense the second time through, because we knew where all those twists and turns were heading. So please, no spoiler, Season 8 will have to wait until next winter, and as we all know, winter is coming. I actually think it may have arrived today, but that's beside the point. My point is that in hindsight, each of our lives makes much more sense than they do as we live them. When I first began my post-secondary education, I had no idea where I would end up. I only knew that I had a passion for the ocean and wanted to learn as much about it as I could. I didn't go into my studies expecting to do research or to become a professor. And then once I became a professor, I had no idea that one day I would become a dean or a university president. All of these things happened because when opportunities came along, I opened myself to the possibilities and started learning something new. I began in biology, I moved to oceanography, then to biochemistry before going into university leadership, and started learning about organizations rather than organisms. Thanks to these unexpected detours, I came to see myself differently, and the goals I thought I had were gradually refined into something I could have never anticipated. I expect that many of you here today could tell a similar story of your own development. We human beings generally prefer predictability and order. But today we risk speeding our way to total predictability, with various algorithms reading our preferences and limiting our choices to what we already know we like, while ignoring those things that we may, in fact, grow to love. All of this predictability can cut off a vast array of opportunities and rob us of our creativity. Having to adapt, to make imaginative leaps, to learn something new, these are skills our world needs badly. These are the skills that students in the Faculty of Extension work hard to develop and enhance. We are fortunate that you do, because our communities face serious and important challenges, and we need your leadership to help us to adapt. Thank you for inspiring all of us to continue learning and changing. With your help and leadership, we can create new plans and new goals that will reshape our collective future. Now, before I conclude, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge someone who has championed the values of lifelong learning at the University of Alberta for many, many years. Your Dean, Katie Campbell. Today is Dr. Campbell's final convocation as Dean of the Faculty of Education. Over the last 12 years, Katie Campbell has built a diverse, vibrant community of learning and research. She has placed students and community at its heart. Her passion and advocacy for community-engaged teaching and research, both within her faculty and across the university more broadly, has been a hallmark of her leadership. She is a creative and compassionate leader, a model of relationship and consensus building with colleagues and partners, both internal and external to the university. I can tell you that Dean Campbell has been your constant advocate and champion, and thanks to her efforts, the University of Alberta's leadership in adult education and community-engaged research is widely recognized. Katie, thank you for your dedication and service to the University of Alberta and the Faculty of Extension, and we look forward to your return to research and teaching. Katie Campbell, please stand and take a bow. So graduates, I also hope that we will see you again and often here at the University of Alberta. I hope that you will continue to be open to exploring new directions, and that you will continue to show all of us the benefit of taking a risk on something new. Thank you for all that you have done and will continue to do to strengthen and improve our world. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and we look forward to all your future accomplishments. Thank you and congratulations.
Please welcome your Dean, Dr. Katie Campbell.
I'm still the dean for 3 more weeks. Wonder what mischief I can get up to. Thanks for coming on such a cold and rainy afternoon. We're so glad to see you here, and congratulations to all of you. It's my pleasure to introduce today's honored guest speaker, Mary Pat Berry. Mary Pat is a Faculty of Extension graduate, friend, and advocate, having successfully achieved a Master of Arts in Communications and Technology in one of the program's earliest cohorts. She's been active in the program since that time, serving as advisor, formal and informal, and a celebrant of each year's new graduates. In her professional pursuits, she's an international award-winning communicator who's held executive and senior positions as Vice President Communications, Alberta Innovates Technology Futures, Branch Manager Corporate Communications, City of Edmonton, and Director Communications, TELUS Corporation. Involved with the University of Alberta Alumni Association since 2010, she's an active member now of the Board of Governors, Chair for the Reputation and Public Affairs Committee, most fitting, and is Vice Chair of the Learning and Discovery and Board Governance Committees. And I can personally attest to her deep curiosity and interest in learning innovations. She's past president of U of A's Alumni Association, the first Faculty of Extension graduate to be the president of that association, and a past member of the University Senate. Mary Pat truly is green and gold. And I want to point out her fetching neck scarf today. It is green and gold. Here's a fun fact. She boasts a large and extensive collection of university-branded clothing and accessories rumored to rival offerings available at the campus bookstore. She's known for wearing green and gold with pride as an engaged and enthusiastic supporter of the University of Alberta. An engaged community volunteer, supporter, and contributor to various nonprofit organizations, Mary Pat is also a vocal advocate for mental health and wellness as chair of the Mental Health Foundation, where she raises funds and awareness in support of an accessible, easy to navigate, and fully integrated addiction and mental health care center in Alberta, in Alberta. She supports this cause on campus through her involvement in student mental health initiatives as part of the Alumni Student Support and Engagement Team. So please give a very warm welcome to Mary Pat Berry.
President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Turpin, Chancellor Stollery, Board Chair Fair, Faculty of Extension Dean Katie Campbell, platform dignitaries, and of course, our most worthy and proud honorees and your guests. I am privileged to be here sharing this auspicious occasion. But truth be known, I feel a little bit guilty about the joy that I experienced in preparing these remarks. You helped me travel back in time. Considering your achievements made me think about how I came to U of A's Faculty of Extension. And I remember those days fondly. It makes me a little bit envious of all of you. I also remember what it was that literally pushed me to cram into an already busy work and home life a formal learning program from U of A. And I'm sure that many of you as working adults share similar circumstances. I was a single mom of a very busy daughter, Katie. I was employed by TELUS and traveling frequently, almost weekly, for my job. I went across Canada to Toronto, Rimouski, Montreal, Vancouver, Winnipeg, Calgary, and places between and far out. Luckily, my daughter's daycare was co-located in her elementary school, which made drop-off and pick-up just a little bit easier. Those mornings were dark and early, the nights very late, and the days nothing but breathless as I tried to fit it all in. I remember waking up literally feeling like a contestant in Beat the Clock. Some days it all magically worked, and other days, well, not so much. I was mid-career and professionally ambitious. At the same time, my first and primary job, the really important work, was raising Katie to be confident, curious, and positive. Parents and adults generally, I feel, share the goal of guiding children in their formative years. We want to help them learn and grow. We want them to know how important it is to care about others, to be kind and compassionate. We want them to find meaningful ways to contribute that help the world and maybe make things a little bit better. Ideally, Katie and all of our children discover what they do well, find and create circumstances that bring them joy and meaning, learn how to be resilient and adaptive to the challenges they will undoubtedly face, and ultimately become happy, satisfied, and contributing people. Who can argue? The long-term goal and ideal of child raising is a great theory, and at the start seems so easy and clear. Our role is to teach them, right? But there is this thing called life that sometimes gets in the way, and what we thought was our role sometimes can become theirs. Like all well-intentioned parents, I started out strong, committed, sincere. I remember it well. It was a new school year, grade 3, and essential to getting through the work week, a school pattern quickly and necessarily developed. Every weekday morning, Katie and I drove to the daycare elementary school. We'd walk up to her cubby, hang up her coat, put the knapsack away, change her outdoor shoes into the required indoor footwear, and take her what she needed to start the day. Then we said our goodbyes. And it was, truth be told, at this point that I felt very compelled to inject a little bit of parental, wisdom, lifelong goals, right into her day. I would calm myself down from that urgent pace that got us there, look her in the eye, and with every ounce of sincerity and enthusiasm that one had available at 7 a.m., I would say, it's a new day. Katie, make the most of it. I want you to learn lots. I want you to have fun. And I want you to tell me all about it when I pick you up tonight. And after a quick kiss, we both were off. So that was the routine. And initially, it did bring comfort, particularly to me. I was doing that parenting job. I was giving those lessons. I was getting it done. However, like many repeated patterns, I have to say that by the end of September, the message to learn lots, have fun, and tell me all about it, a mantra that I diligently repeated daily, was just a wee bit less than fresh. I will never forget the day it all changed. We'd rushed to school, and we're at the cubby, coat off, indoor shoes on, and tied, and I was on my knees and looked up to Katie, who sat on the little bench. Suddenly, her hand rose up right before my face. It was a move I believe to this day was inspired by the hottest girl band ever, the Spice Girls, and she went on to give the first line of that song. She said, "Stop right now." She placed one of her hands on each side of my face, looked me in the eye, and said with exasperation, "Mom, listen. You've been asking me every day to have fun, to learn, and to tell you at the end of the day all the stuff that I thought. Today, it's your turn. You're heading to work. You're going to be with your friends. You should be learning. You should be having fun. So think about it. And when you pick me up, let's talk about it." I was stunned. The roles had clearly reversed. But I did what she said. I did think about it. And as you can tell, I'm still thinking about it. That conversation made me deeply consider what I was doing every day as well as my longer-term goals. I came to realize the wishes I had for Katie to learn, to grow, to care about others, to contribute in ways that make things better, to resiliently live with meaning and joy, and ultimately to find happiness and satisfaction. I want those things too. But I had forgotten. And so, I took a serious look at the Faculty of Extension and what it had to offer. The Communications Technology program was perfect. Emerging communication technologies, that was my job at TELUS. And the challenge of human communication, it speaks to my heart and to my head. And in this program, through Extension, much of the learning process was online. It was ideal for someone who traveled with work. We had several weeks of in-classroom time to get personally acquainted, but it was complemented by distance learning that was really time zone irrelevant. I enrolled, and I have to say, life was never the same. And here today are all of you. I feel kinship and respect for all that you have done to continue learning. The deliberate choice you made to pursue your personal goals and strive for that much more. I admire what you've done. The pace of change is intense and demands to keep up relentless. Progress is no longer incremental. It used to be that you went to school, completed the course, took the test, got the certificate, and became an expert, sometimes for life. Not today, and not for the foreseeable future. With technology, data analytics, and artificial intelligence, knowledge is growing exponentially. Rather than extend old practices and approaches, technologies leapfrog each other. What was is replaced with something not just new, but often totally different and so much more. To learn or not to learn is not the question. To be resilient in dealing with the pace of change, to reduce stress, to adapt, and at the same time, to continue to grow. Learning today is a lifetime pursuit, and the expert learner holds the advantage. With the complex problems now facing our shrinking world, I think there's something essential in deliberately honing learning skills through life. The ability to learn has tremendous individual value, helping us develop the personal resiliency that ultimately leads to happiness and satisfaction. But even more, learning skills are essential for our collective, social and global success. Humanity depends on it. And while our children hold the key to the future, it is people like you who, bearing the flag, lead the way. More than well-intentioned mantras, it's our behavior that children and others learn from. In continuing your formal learning, you are a powerful example of resilience in action. Even more, your learning is happening at a point where experience and education intersect and overlap. You bring so much to the classroom and to your colleagues. You have knowledge of what works and knowledge of what fails, and most importantly, thoughts and perspectives on why. As real-time problem solvers who desire something better, it's people like you who are often the source and the basis for powerful, meaningful, and widespread change. That you are here today shows how much you value your achievement. You've accomplished something important, and you had to rearrange parts of your life to get that job done. Your presence honors the privilege of learning. So today, take some time to savor the journey you've been on, but also look ahead. Qualifications bring confidence and new considerations. They change you. Take time to think about who you are now, what you offer, and where you are going next. Be bold and brave in considering the possibilities. I want for you what I want for Katie and for me. So learn lots, have fun, do your part, and joyfully make a difference with your life. My final words are from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Congratulations.
And now we begin the 2019 Faculty of Extension graduates. Oloronke Folake Elizer. Receiving an advanced certificate in leadership, Sana Khalil. Receiving an advanced certificate in leadership, Jennifer Marie Tews. Now for the Applied Land Use Planning Certificate presentations, Kathleen Ann Deshoux. Nancy Cheryl Dodds. Mackenzie Lynn Gerard. Camilla Lisa Green. The Alberta Development Officers Association Achievement Award is granted to the graduate with the highest overall grade point average in the certificate program. Terry Topolnitsky, President of the Alberta Development Officers Association, presents the award to Curtis J. Horning. Camina Shaman Malagrito Vicencio. Lourdes Maria Castillo, receiving a Business Analysis Professional Citation. Maria Joseph. Aruna Nair. Denise Lila Rosales Sanchez. Monica Sharma. And now for the Citation in Visual Arts Fundamentals presentations, Kellyanne Hardy. Michelle Sherry Lee. Sharon Jane Pianzola. Receiving a Construction Management and Administration Certificate, Christoph Antoni Chimok. Michael David Hackman. Robert James Matfin. Andrew Gordon Stankov. Alexandre Terrien. Maher Wazir. Receiving an Environmental Resource Management Certificate, Lydia Maria Lopez. Anna Urvachenko. And now for the Human Resources Management Certificate presentations, Andrea Gail Dervik. Ruba El Helwa. Natalie Fruch. Chelsea Dawn Kelly. Edith Leslie Lambert, who is also graduating from the Management Development Certificate Program. Receiving a Human Resources Management Certificate, Ramela Mihan. Ana Paula Neves Pereira Cuna, who is also graduating from the Management Development for Police Services Certificate Program. The Chartered Professionals of Human Resources of Alberta Award is granted to the graduate with the highest grade point average in the certificate program. Dr. Katie Campbell, Dean of the Faculty of Extension, presents the award to Jia Yan Ping. Miliana Setka. Somya Priya Sharath. Amanda Dawn Tidd. Cledia Uwekeza Bushegia. Gabrielle Olivier Wilhelm. Rasmina Jahana Nisha Yun. And now for the Indigenous Community Industry Relations Certificate presentations. Susan Melody Houle. Claire Francesca Smith. Cynthia Mary Brown. Receiving an Information Access and Protection of Privacy Certificate, Antonia Chua. Michelle Dawn Johnson. The CSDC Systems Incorporated Award is granted to the graduate with superior academic achievement in the certificate program. Wayne McDonald, Program Manager for the Information Access and Protection of Privacy Program, presents the award to Cameron Martin Jones. Eric Edward Mahabir. Catherine Lynn O'Flynn. Oluwatamiri Olutomi Okunoga. Vidhu Philip. Caroline Prou. Norlin Santos. Shaheen Shifji. Nirbik Singh. Natalia Slobodanyak. Margaret Lee Stewart. And now for the Information Technology Management Certificate presentations. Murugathas Amurgam. Artur Kushak. Vladimir Esteban Ramones. And now for the Management Development Certificate presentations. Cheryl Ann Asquin. Deborah Ann Ballum. Shiloh James Bartlett. Wade Tyler Beeching. Charlene Ann Bacale. Carrie Lynn Derechek. Mark Christopher Pauser. Kim Michelle Zacco. And now for the Management Development Certificate for Professional Engineers and Geoscientists presentations. Mohammed Murad. And now for the Management Development Certificate for Police Services presentations. Leslie Carroll Paxton. Receiving a National Advanced Certificate in Local Authority Administration, Level 1, Heather Diane Kirsop. The Alberta Capital Finance Authority's 50th Anniversary Scholarship Award is granted to the Albertan graduate with superior academic achievement in the final 4 courses of the certificate program. Troy Holinsky, President of the Alberta Capital Finance Authority, presents the award to Rondi Lynn Corvin. Receiving a National Advanced Certificate in Local Authority Administration Level 1, Regina Philipson Lonneberg. Carl Rees Marsh. Evelyn McCallum Nicol. Colleen Noel Parker. And now for the National and Advanced Certificate in Local Authority Administration Level 2 presentations. Diane Dawn Cloutier. Annalisa Margaret Jensen. Kevin Brian Miller. Vlad Sirbu. Richard John Wyman. Receiving an Occupational Health and Safety Certificate, Carrie Lee Estocado Aragon. Darlene Karen Atkinson. Dylan Bostad Thomas. Adam David Blaine Baxter. Christine Deanna Bowles. Ose Ira Boromio. Craig Carr. The Health and Safety Conference Society of Alberta Award is granted to the graduate with the highest grade point average in the certificate program. Jacob Wenop, Treasurer of the Health and Safety Conference Society of Alberta, presents the award to Gordon Lee Christensen. The Health and Safety Conference Society of Alberta Award is also presented to Jennifer Giovanna Durante. Receiving an Occupational Health and Safety Certificate, Mathieu Yao Clegban. Nicole Elizabeth Donahue Reed. Kimberly Carol Ann Finnemore. Anafi Castillon Gahe. Igor German. Jacqueline Tracy Ginther. Erica Elizabeth Graham. Lynn Gale Green. Serena Jessica Harsula. Nancy Teresa Hessler. Kelsey Maureen Holt. Sika Marie Q. Allison Joanne Lockheed Mumo. Randy Vance Roberts. Tamara Ann Schofert. Angelica Joy Schouten. Joanne Carla Shiwi. Claudia Monica Starnecki. Nancy Ann Sereni. R.D. Franklin Valenti. Corinne Lynn White. Yvonne Wong. Lisa Odette Yorshenko. And now for the Residential Interior Certificate presentations, Sabrina Ellen Antunes. Mubashira Anwar. Brian Lynn Bradshaw. Sarah Ann Carr. Jubilee Dinsa. Ivana Galecka. Syrian Halaby. Amandeep Dami. Mojgan Kianatari. Julie Catherine Land. Amelia Evelyn Grace McIver. Wendy Lee Meyer. Andrea Miles. Alexandra Nicolette Munoz Villarroel. Jacoba Renee Oswald. Amanda May Sinclair. Brittany Alexandra West. Receiving a supervisory development citation, Marcus Padilla Lizardo. Nathaniel Padilla Valerio. And now for the visual arts certificate presentations, Diane Bernadette Bennett. Erin Lee Buffalo. Anne Bernadette Gibney. Shelley Ann Patzer. Misty Dawn Totman. This concludes the 2019 Faculty of Extension graduate presentations. Please welcome Mr. Phil Wong, Member-at-Large of the University of Alberta Alumni Association.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you. Merci. To the 2019 graduating class, congratulations and welcome. My name is Philip Wong, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 1985. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a University of Alberta alumnus and to officially welcome you into our alumni family. You are joining a proud and inspired group of graduates, committed to each other's success, and committed to building the University of Alberta into one of the world's great universities for the public good. I call upon you to stay connected with each other, with other alumni, and with your university throughout your lifetime. We will be there for you, for each other, and for our university. I also call upon you to go out from this place and be inspired by the promise and challenge of our alumni to do great things. Our alumni have done many great things in the past. Now it's your turn. Great things are actions big and small. They can take place anywhere, anytime. They support other alumni, the university, our society, and they come from using the knowledge and talents you've gained here for the betterment of yourselves and others. Félicitations et bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And now, please turn your attention to the screen.
No matter what your story, where you came from, what it took to get here, at this place, you were welcomed. You became part of our family. At this place, you inherited a spirit of innovation, of action, of coming together to uplift the whole people. our school and our spirit have grown, but we still learn, innovate, lead, solve problems, take action. We raise up our communities, and we help others succeed. We are University of Alberta alumni, and for more than a century, we have come together and carved a new trail for those who follow. Together, we are stronger. Together, we shine brighter. Together, from this place into the world. Together, we have and we will do great things.
Please welcome Dr. Maria Mam, Associate Dean, Research in the Faculty of Extension.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you. Eminent Chancellor, I will promise just to take one more minute of your time. I know I'm not in the program, so just bear with me because it's very important to me and my colleagues at the Faculty of Extension to honor our outgoing Dean, Dr. Katie Campbell. As President Turpin mentioned, this is her last year as her tenure of the faculty. Dr. Campbell has been with our faculty for 20 years, 12 of those years as Dean. And while you might not have had direct interaction with her, other than maybe shaking her hand this afternoon, you need to know and appreciate something about her tenure as Dean. It is easy for individuals in leadership to sometimes stay the course, not rock the boat too much, but not Dean Campbell. Your program that you just completed exists because Dean Campbell has stood up, spoken out, and doggedly defended the university as a place for all, for everyone committed to learning, to challenging themselves, to be better people for themselves and their families, and to making the world a better place. The Faculty of Extension exists for you and your communities, and it is this way because of Dean Campbell. Katie, your steadfast integrity and unwavering commitment to the faculty, and by extension to everybody in this room, inspires all of those who have proudly worked for you. On behalf of the entire faculty, thank you for being our Dean.
Katie Campbell.
I hope I don't have to dance for those flowers. That would not be a pretty sight for you to go with. Wow. Unexpected tributes. Hold on. I brought Kleenex. I don't know where it is, though. There it is. Well, you know, I've got to say, this is my favorite day of the year. I look forward to this all year long. I'm a fellow adult part-time single mother learner myself. And so I've been on the same journey, and I know what it takes to make the commitment that you've made and to, you know, sort of rally your resources and your support around you and to stay the course when it's really, really difficult to do and not get to bed at the same time that everybody else is getting to bed. And I'm just amazed at you all. But tonight you are free for a short time from formal learning, and you should celebrate your accomplishments. And I'm thinking a big party, perhaps with champagne, for those partners out there that are thinking, what's for dinner? What's for dinner is in a really good restaurant. right? And I would love the whole auditorium to applaud both the graduates, but also the family, friends, staff, employers, teachers, children, and everyone who supported them through this journey. This graduating class is one of the many across the country who are demonstrating the growing importance of lifelong, life-wide, and life-deep learning. Learning that doesn't happen just once at the beginning of your lives, but continually, whether formally or informally. This may be your first return to formal learning, or your second, or your third, or even more. Learning not just for your careers, but for your lives and for your communities. As more and more jobs become automated and new jobs are created that don't exist now, new skills are required, and new, more accessible forms of learning are developed, the federal government, for one, has recognized the urgency of continual learning with new tax credits beginning in 2020. Please spend them with us if you are so inclined. Every year, our assistant dean, the lovely and talented Christy Schultz, creates a graduate haiku. This is yours for this year. This is yours alone. Beside this river, like water finding its way, lifetimes of learning. As you've heard, this is my last graduation with you as the dean. And it's just been such an honor and such a pleasure to be your dean for the last 12 years. I'm sure none of you have been here for 12 years, though. It's time for new leadership for the faculty, new ideas, new relationships. And I'm relieved and delighted to be leaving my beloved faculty in the best hands I can imagine. Your new dean, Dr. Maria Mayan, there you are, Maria, is a fierce anti-poverty activist and will be a fierce supporter of lifelong learning as we go forward. I'm a big admirer of Maria. We have celebrated many accomplishments and have endured and overcome many challenges since I joined Extension in 1996. During my time, we've developed 2 graduate degrees and several graduate certificates, have opened up pathways to articulation in our non-credit programs, have responded to professional trends with formal learning credentials, and social issues such as the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's 94 recommendations, to which we are proudly responding. We've explored innovations in pedagogy, educational delivery, and research. For example, we've launched a set of new series in the first instance, and working with augmented reality as another example. We've established a new domain, the Scholarship of Engagement, and the focus of all our work with our community partners. We've recruited and retained brilliant faculty and staff, and developed many new international partnerships. Most of all, we're proud social justice warriors, and from our very beginning have concerned ourselves, and that's over 100 years ago, have concerned ourselves with public access to education through community-based and land-based learning, digital delivery, partnerships with local councils, and reciprocal relationships with professional associations and employers. I personally have learned deeply from all of you, from learners, colleagues, and partners. And I, never dreamed I'd be a dean, much like our president told you, let alone a dean of a faculty that would capture my heart and soul because of its enduring mission to increase access to learning for social action in communities. To be part of this faculty has really been a passion project for me. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm off script. I'm going to tell you a story. So I was just minding my own business in about 2006 or so, and the provost called me up and said, "Katie Campbell, I've been watching you and I like what you do." And I knew that was a lie because he had no idea who I was. But he said, "I want you to come over and talk to me." So I, with much, I was worried, right, about it. So I headed over and he said, "I'd like you to be interim dean of the Faculty of Extension for 2 years." And I said, "Who, me?" Look at why. And he said, I want you to build that faculty into a place where people want to make their careers and they want to make a difference, and where learners are really proud to come and go out and continue to make the difference that they're making in their communities. And I said, we can do that because we're the Faculty of Extension. So 12 years later, here we are. But grandparenting changes everything. So I'm going to spend a year laughing at every one of their antics, and in that pursuit, causing their parents great frustration. But they have way too many rules. So I don't know what it is with this generation. I think they have something like 387 rules. And I can't keep track of them, and it's my job to subvert them. So I'm gonna. And I'm also embarking on a research project that will explore the transformative journey to engage scholarship around the world. Because, no doubt about it, this is a social movement, not just in Canada, but everywhere in the world, actually. Let me leave you with a few pieces of advice passed on from my mentors and other people I wish I'd met. Don't sweat the small stuff. And this is good advice for parenting, marriages, and work life. Make everything work at least twice. Keep your own counsel. That was from my grandmother. And whatever you do, don't burn your bridges, although you're really tempted to a lot of the time. And from Steve Jobs, my favorite, put a ding in the universe. It's been an honor to be your dean. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of the 2019 graduates. Friends and family members, please rise and wait until the procession and the graduates have recessed before exiting the auditorium. And thank you for attending the 2019 Faculty of Extension graduation ceremony.